Hello everyone and welcome to the back to the Aurora Racing League. We're here with the Tier 2 race today at the Hungarian Grand Prix with your host, Mr. Piney Penguin. So welcome in everyone. We've got 18 minutes of this Q1 session and we've got 8 drivers here today. Would have been nice if we had probably a couple more, but 8's good enough, so we'll see how this goes. We got Gunnar, Jacob, RT Tempo, I would assume that's probably trying to put, Swag, Bossy, Tyler, Babatunde, which I assume that is, and then Potters. Now, the bigger question is, Vossi in the McLaren's already 3 for 3 this season. Will they make it 4 for 4 in wins, that is? So we will have to see. We've got a few leaving the garage. We've got Potters, Tempo, and Jacob all leaving the pits. Gunner's also out on track. Wrong one. We need that one and that. Still got Swag, Tyler, and Baba all in the pits. I have been. While we're in qualifying, I'll just check it on my phone, what tab out, so we can keep an eye on everyone, because what people, lap times people. I assume it's probably just the stream on Discord. So it looks like Gunner's coming on the last couple of corners now, so they'll be first to realistically start a lap. And yes. Right. There we go then. We've got Gunner first to start a lap. We'll also see what the Williams driver could do. Ooh, little bit of spin out of the, almost a spin out of the first corner there for them. And they're wobbling about. Probably trying to put some heat in those tyres. Oh, they're doing a second out lap, because that's what they're doing. Looks like they're doing a second out lap because they've not put their battery on. So it looks like Vossi is going to be his first one to start a lap then. Gunner smartly getting out the way for the McLaren man. Pretty sure Vossi's been on pole every single race as well. So let's see if the trend continues for the Vossi domination. So we've got all drivers out on track. Still got Swag, Tyler, and Baba all on the right laps. Okay, Tyler's just crossed the line. Pretty small track is the Hungary. Only takes roughly about 1 minute 15 to get around the lap in quali. Then in a race about 1 minute 20, so it's a small lap. And here goes Vossi at the last corner, up to the line, and it's a 14.5 to start. So good banker time. Obviously Gunner's got across the lap here because they didn't invalidate, but 1:26. Just because they got out the way. So in the next one across the line will be Tempo. So we'll have to see what the Mercedes man does. And it'll be Potter, the next one across the line. Up comes the Merc, up to the line. Potter's a bit wide in the background. Tempo does a 1:21.4 and Potter does a 1:25. So maybe they're doing double outlaps. They're going to try push now. Up, and Tempo is facing the wrong way, so that's their lap in the bin. They're right on board with Tyler, as they'll be the next one across the line, and they'll be on to Tunde. Tyler across the line, 14.9, which is not bad. 3.5 times off of Vossi. Now we go on board of Babatunde, who's next across the line. It's a 15.8, puts them to P4. The Swag will be the last one across the line, but they're currently in the middle sector of the lap, following a Potter. Just pray that Potter does not get in the way. I think Potter's rear light is flashing. They've got no battery left. Potter needs to get out the way. That's a massive impede. Unless they're starting lap. Oh, and Swag loses their wing. Oh, that's a shame for the... That is a shame for the Racing Bulls driver. That is a big, big impede by Potter. Because I think Potter was just about to start another lap and probably didn't realise Swag was behind. So that is very unfortunate. And to make things worse, Potter absolutely lights up the rears coming out of turn 1 and is facing the wrong direction. Good start for the Sauberman. We pretty much got everyone now peeling back off into the pits. Potter's going to finish that lap even 5 seconds. Oh, it's a double invalidation. How many laps of fuel does Potter have in that car? Our Tunde was on a lap, but it's validated, so they're going to do another outlap. Gunner's out on the track, Tempo's back on track, start a new lap. We'll ride on board of the Merc. Currently sits last of everyone who's have set a time. Obviously, Swagger's not set a lap yet, because they did get a bit impeded by Potter. Ooh, bit wide there from Tempo there at the end after turn 2. And there's 9/10 down. Right, we'll ride on board with D-Swag then. See how fast they can go around this track. Because they look pretty racy in Bahrain. I don't think I've seen them since Bahrain. Unless they raced the British Grand Prix, but I don't think they did. Potter's finally returned to the pits. Just over 8 minutes left of the session. Ooh, E-Swag F's up the chicane there. Almost swore, but I said it. That's cool. Wrestling the car through the second sector, that was D-Swag. Obviously they're coming around the last couple corners now to finish their lap. This time not being impeded. And up to the line they come. Round the last corner, foot to the floor, DRS wide open, and it's a 16.6. Gunner coming around the last corner now, see what Gunner does. Is an improvement for the Williams. It's a 3/10 improvement, but doesn't move them up the order. They stay P5. We've got Jacob also on an outlap. Tempo's gone again. Tempo is faster this time in the first sector. Wants to see what they do in the middle. 3/10 up. Oh god, this is massive low. But it's alright. Pretty sure Tempo and Potter said this is the first league racing. So obviously they'll eventually get faster. So line for Tempo. It's a 6/10 improvement. They'll sit last. Go on board with Jacob because they'll be the next lap. Ooh, little bit of a slide there from Jacob. And at the first corner there. Obviously see if that little slide does hinder their lap time just a little bit. As they're coming through into the second sector. Half a tenth up on their first sector split. Ooh, a little bit wide there. So I think that Merc has run out of fuel and Potter is facing the wrong way. Yep, Potter has spun it. Hopefully Potter and that Merc get out the way of Jacob, who's going very, very quick. Yep, Merc is getting out the way. Apparently purple in the middle sector for Jacob. So so by the look of it then, this time could challenge Vossi if they're purple in the middle sector. But depends out if they lose any time in the last couple corners here. There we go, foot to the floor, DRS open, cross the line. It's only a 10th improvement, so they must have lost a lot of time there in sector 3 after getting purple middle sector. Both Potter and Tempo in the pit. Just over 5 minutes left of the session. Maybe if Jacob's got enough fuel, they'll probably go again. But not entirely sure. We got Gunner and Tunde both leaving the pits. We've also got Swag also leaving the pits as well. Gunner is cutting some grass. In comes Jacob into the pits. But Tunde, Swag and Gunner all very close together. Probably build a bit of a gap between each other. Obviously Babatunde's just waltzed away. Gunner and Swag are quite close together. Potter's back out for another lap but decided to cut some grass. All these days they seem to like to run along the grass. Just wondering if Vossi and Tyler will come out for another lap. Probably not. Because they'll just stick with where they got. Probably. Ride on board of the Alpine Baba. See how much faster they go. Got Tempo also out our lap. But with 2.5 minutes left, I don't think Vossi, Tyler and Jacob are going to be coming back out the pits. They might do. Only Hyundai apparently got them purple middle sector, but I don't believe that for a minute. I think it's just because it's a personal best for them. They're about 10.5 up. If they keep that 10.5, they will go ahead of Jacob on second round. Vossi's coming out of the pits. Up to line comes Hyundai, and it's 2 tenths faster, which puts them P3 for the time being. Looks like Jacob and Tyler also coming out of the pits. So Gunnar has not got any faster. Neither has Swag, so his quality is done. Unless he does unless he's got enough fuel to do another outlap. Oh, and Potter is in the grass and is doing a drifting session. Unfortunate. Tempo half a tenth down. Right, we'll go. Ooh. I thought Vossi was spinning then. But no, Vossi's just trying to warm up those tires. So we'll ride on board with the McLaren man because they'll be next to do. Oh well, they're gonna start a lap. Obviously, Gunner's trying to go faster because if Gunner can go faster, they'll be pretty much at the same time as Hyundai and Jacob. They're only they're 2 times down in the middle sector. Oh, he's also used up all his battery. Also turned it off. And now Gunner's peeling into the pits. We've got Tyler and Vossi starting lap. Jacob about to start one. Unless Swag's doing a second out lap here. Got yellow flag sector 3. Looks like D-Swag did put enough fuel in to go again. And they will go again. Right, we'll go on board with Vossi. 1.5 tenths up, so checker flag has fallen and has been shown to Gunner. Obviously Gunner's in the pits. Vossi coming around the last couple cars now. Potter is facing the wrong way again. Around the last corner for Vossi. Foot to the floor, DRS flying up, and what's the time going to be? It's a 2/10 improvement to 14.3. Oh god, and Tyler's going to hit traffic. Potter also has no front wing. Well, Tempo will probably be next across. No, Tyler's just backing out of that lap. I guess Tyler's just not going faster. Tempo across the line, 5 tenths faster. And puts himself ahead of Potter into P7. Next across the line will be Jacob, but they're a tenth and a half down on the middle sector. If they could find some time so they could go ahead of the Alpine. And then we go straight to D-Swag, who's going to be the last one across the line. Brian Man, foot to the floor, DRS wide open, up to the line. It's no improvement, so they stay P4. D-Swag, across the line. How much of an improvement? It's 5 tenths, but they still stay P6. Ooh, unfortunate. There you have it. There's our so Vossi gets pole position. Tyler is P2. Bubba is 3. Jacob 4th. Gunner 5th. D-Swag 6th. Tempo 7th. And Potter's in last. That's unfortunate. Apparently, looking through Discord quick. Apparently, Tyler's blocked on their lap, so that's unfortunate. Right, gonna have to go. I'll have to check the stream after to have a look. Why am I hearing this beeping? So, right. So here we are then. Right. So now the bigger question is, can Tyler in this Aston Martin stop Vossi from getting another win? Because right now I'm just gonna go check some stats on Discord quickly. So I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that Vossi has won every single race. But the only time they've not got the fastest lap is when, when it was bugged at Saudi Arabia, because it was indeed bugged. Yeah, Vossi and Tyler have been pretty much fighting for wins since we started at Bahrain. Obviously, Vossi's claimed every single win, and Tyler's claimed 2 seconds. But obviously, in Saudi Arabia, they had a bit of a mare. So we'll have to see if that changes. Yeah, we'll have to see if that changes today. Can Tyler stop Vossi from getting another win? As the drivers are coming up to line up for the grid after the formation lap. We've got a bit of a terrible angle on. Jacob's gone too far past his pit box, and so is Gunner and Potter. There we go. There we go. Here we go then. 5 lights are on! And away we go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Looks like it's to be a good getaway from Vossi, but looks like Tyler's all over the back of them. Gunner's already gone past Jacob. And looks like they want to try and... Oh god, there's big contact there between Gunner and Tunde. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think Paul Gunner there just got a little bit sandwiched by the Ferrari and the Alpine, so the Alpine just goes shooting away. That is very unfortunate. And Potter and Tempo have already dropped like a full 2 seconds to Swag, who's managed to keep in the DRS of Jacob. And obviously, Vossi is not lost first place, and Tyler is just keeping up with him. Freaking Potter and Tempo are so slow. They're just... oh, and Tempo has somehow picked up wing damage. That didn't last long. We'll have to see if Gunner tries to go for the lunge on the inside, but now they're around the out. They have to go around the outside of Potter. But I was gonna say, if Gunner just waits, he can get him on the straight down to the first corner. They don't even need the first corner. They're already through, and Hyundai is already past Tempo as well. Oh, but Tempo's like, nope, I'm gonna brake later and just try and go down the inside. Oh, Potter a bit deep. This is Tunde's chance to go down the inside, and does. Tunde up to 6th. Got some lovely fighting, and oh, I look away for 2 minutes, and like the gaps at the front here are now over a second. Alright, let's also have a look at these tyre strats. We've got Swag and Tunde both on the hard tyres, where everybody else is on the mediums. Possible strategies on the board there. 11 laps. Then it's a swap over. So it looks like the closest battle really is between Gunnar and Tunde, who are going to be fighting over 5th. Because Vossi is just gone. Vossi has just left Tyler in the dust. So that is unfortunate. Jacob is trying to catch up to Tyler to get in the DRS. And these two may might fight at the end of the lap. With the DRS. Obviously, D-Swag has dropped like 3 seconds to them. Which is a shame. They're all keeping up with each other in the first couple laps, so I guess they might have all made some mistakes. Let's say Jacob just keeping within a second of Tyler, so we'll have to see if these two maybe do some switcherooing to try and catch back up to Vossi. He's almost got the gap to 2 seconds. Tyler a bit wide there. Tyler a little bit deep there again at the hairpin. Ooh. Little. Almost Jacob at all side mare. But Jacob obviously got DRS. I think they're a bit too far back to try and get Tyler. Yeah, just a little bit too far back, but they're like right on the rear end of Tyler. Little wobble coming out of turn 1, but obviously they're a bit closer to Tyler this time around. So if they keep up behind Tyler like this, I think they would easily get them next time around. Looks like Gunnar and Tunde are fighting over 5th. Gunnar a little bit wide by the look of it. They are slowly catching up to D-Swag. And obviously Potter and Tempo just run at their own pace. So, but Vossi has a massive lead already. We're only on lap 4 of 25. Vossi already has a 2-second gap to Tyler, who's somehow built a gap back up to Jacob. Looks like that gap is now a second. We'll have to see if Jacob can get back within a second. Oh, Tyler's made a small mistake. Tyler has made a massive mistake and it's just Jacob's just gone flying through, but now Tyler will have the DRS. We'll have to see if Tyler can get past Jacob down into turn 1. Get closing. Thought about it. Space was left by the Ferrari for just in case Tyler did go for the dive. It looks like Tunde's going down the inside of Gunnar at turn 1 with DRS assist. Now let's see if the Williams driver can keep up with that Alpine. We'll have to see. Yeah, but now we'll have to keep an eye on board with Tyler and Jacob here, because these two will be fighting over 2nd place, I think. Gunnar picks up 3 seconds for track limits. That is unfortunate. We're only lap 5 in. It looks like Tyler's very close to the back of Jacob here, so it looks like Tyler may go flying past Jacob on the next straight. And Gunnar has dropped out of DRS of Bubba. I can't speak today. I really can't speak. But anyway, gonna keep on board with the second and 3rd place here. There's Tyler tries to go down the inside of the Ferrari man. A little later on the brakes, but it looks like the Ferrari can get the switch back and does get the switch back. But Tyler's back down the inside as these two are still side by side round turn 2. Still side by side, little touch. Still side by side, but Tyler finally gets the place round the outside at turn 3. Up into P2 goes the Aston Martin, and the Ferrari will have to settle for 3rd place again. That gap between Swag and Babatunde is slowly coming down. That gap is definitely going down. It was 4 seconds a lap ago. It's now 3 seconds. That'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on because they're both on hards as well. But we're just gonna keep on board with second and third here. Obviously, this time Jacob will have DRS. Has a lot of battery to spend. Has a lot closer to Tyler this time around when they were behind. So here we go. DRS flying up and foot to the floor. Using all that battery. They might try to go for a late lunge down the inside. Nope, thought about it. Who's going to get a better exit out of turn 1? Little wobble there from the Ferrari, so they're not going to quite get it this time around. So Tyler must have been saved a lot of ERS to burn it there on that straight. The gap between 4th and 5th is now just about 2.2 seconds. So that Alpine is certainly faster on those harder tyres. But we'll have to see what happens between them. Obviously, we're keeping on board with 2nd and 3rd here. Just to see if... Oh, but the Ferrari's made a mistake, so they've dropped out of DRS now. And plus, with all their fighting, Vossi is now 5 seconds up the road from these two. That is very, very unfortunate. We'll keep on board with them for a little bit. See if Jacob can get back into DRS. Tyler's made a few mistakes already. Oh, we've got yellow flags in sector 3. Looks like Potter has spun round. That gap is definitely coming down between Tyler and Jacob. That gap is definitely coming down. 1.1. Obviously, Babatunde is now right in the back of Swag and should have DRS on the... That LP should have DRS on the Racing Bull driver. Looks like Jacob is a bit slower in this middle sector than Tyler. Oh! Oh, what's this? Vossi's made a mistake! Oh no, Vossi has made a mistake! Oh, this is just let Tyler back through. This is let Tyler through into the lead. And Jacob's going to go down the inside of Vossi. Oh, Vossi's also missing some front wing. That is a major damage on that McLaren. I've missed that. Oh, so that might be an early pit stop then for Vossi. Earlier than they would have hoped, but they have to change that front wing damage. So Tyler inherits the lead of this race and now has a 2-second gap to Tyler. But we're going to go right on board with D-Swag and Tunde, who are now going to be fighting over the last podium spot. Down the inside, looks the Alpine goes down the V-carb into the V-carb. Obviously, Gunnar gets a free place as well, so Vossi... That is very unfortunate for Vossi. I wonder what happened there. I think if I was riding on with them, I would have found out. But that is very unfortunate for Vossi, spinning and losing their front wing. So Tyler is now in the lead of this race. Has a 2.5 second gap to Jacob. Obviously, I'm just trying to think where did they spin to get front wing damage? So there's no real wall that's close enough for them to hit to get wing damage. But it's very unfortunate. It looks like the Alpine has already got a full second to Swag. It looks like Babatunde will now try to catch up to Jacob, who is about 4.5 seconds up the road. Now dropped 3 seconds off of Tyler. So I think as soon as Tyler dropped Jacob out of DRS, Jacob is just now starting to struggle. That is some very unfortunate. Oh, Tempo picks up 3 seconds for track limits. Right, they're nursing their car with front wing damage. Like, if I was them, I'd go in to change that front wing. Because it is probably soon time for the crossover period to pit onto the hard tyres. Obviously, these hard tyres will probably last forever. Up there, our Gunner's in the pit, so Vossi gets placed back. Gunner should come out of the pits miles ahead of Potter and Tempo. So yeah, because from yesterday's race, obviously they were doing like half distance instead. We're only doing like 35% today because there was only 8 drivers. But yesterday when we did 50%, 2 drivers made the hard tyres last 30 laps. Oh, and we have got the Racing Bull facing the wrong way, pretty much in the same place where Vossi binned it. And I think they might have front wing damage too. Yeah, major front wing damage. After a small spin, so Vossi will get a place because Swag will have to come into the pits and change that wing. Oh, Jacob is in. Jacob is in. But for their stop, their mandatory pit stop, onto the hards they go, and the hard should easily last them to the end. 15 laps they've got to do. The question is, when is Sunday going to pit? Probably at the end of lap 15, possibly 17. Tyler will probably be in probably at the end of this lap, possibly. Obviously, they'll want to pit soon to cover off Vossi, who's only a second and a half behind Jacob, and Jacob was about 4 seconds off of Tyler when they pitted. Obviously, Swagger's into the pits, and Potter's gonna hit ahead of them. Tempo might as well. Yep. So D-Swag after with front wing change, they are at the back of the grid. Onto another. Oh no, never mind. They start on the hard tires. Never mind. Sorry, they start on the hard tires. Ooh, bit of slide. Bit of a slide there. But I think I'm going to ride on board with the Ferrari and the McLaren. Obviously, the Ferrari's got 2 lap pressure tyres. But Vossi has been proven to be very, very quick. Tyler, 10 seconds of speeding in the pit lane! Tyler, what are you doing? That's the second. Oh my god, you did it again. You did this last weekend. You were fighting Vossi for the win. You're speeding in the pit lane. Oh no. You just gotta pray that you're 10 seconds ahead of Jacob. I don't think you are. I think you're only 3.5. Oh no. Tyler. What are you doing, bro? So Vossi's looking to pick Potter's next one into the pits. Yep. Drag will get past Tempo here because Tempo is that front wing damage. Obviously, Babatunde is now in the lead of the race, about 10 and a half seconds up the road ahead of Tyler. Obviously, Tyler's hoping Jake does him a solid by keeping Vossi behind. Obviously, that McLaren man is pretty fast. I assume Vossi will go past the Ferrari on the next DRS straight. It is pretty obvious that still. We're right on board with Vossi. Vossi should be able to make this move pretty much easily. Down into turn 1. No defense from the Ferrari, but the Ferrari does brake slightly later and is still on the outside there. Vossi having to give space. It looks like Vossi has now got into the podium place. We'll have to see if Jacob can mount a comeback. It was on 2 lap younger tyres, so we'll have to see if Jacob can go faster. And obviously Tyler will want to pray that they gap 10 seconds to Vossi. Plus they've got 4 lap pressure tyres there. Vossi. The gap at the lead is coming down. The gap is now 8.5 seconds, only coming down every single lap. Tyler does have a 4.5 second gap to Vossi. Oh, Babatunde is in. After 13 laps, after 12 laps of those hard tires, they've had enough. Sorry, 13 laps. Wonder where the Alpine will come. Probably behind, probably just ahead of Gunner. Oh, miles ahead of Gunner. And behind the Ferrari here. So Tyler re-inherits the lead of this race. Rossi and Tyler are pretty much about 4 seconds back behind. And Hyundai is 7 seconds behind her, but obviously on the fresher medium tyres. So looks like Tyler, with the 10 seconds just in the pit lane, might drop to P4, which will be a shame for them. That'll be an utter shame. Surprisingly, that Jacob here has managed to keep up with our championship leader Vossi. Obviously, with Tyler, if Tyler didn't get that 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pits, this would be their win. Like, I wouldn't see how they could lose this, but that 10 seconds is going to bite them in the butt again. Well, looks like Jacob is slowly... Looks like Vossi's slowly increasing the gap onto Jacob. Obviously, Vossi doesn't have to really worry about catching Tyler because of the 10-second Tyler already has. And we've got yellow flags in first sector. I think Potter span it round. Guy. Looks like Potter may get lapped. Obviously, Jacob's managed to keep up with Vossi here. Not really trying to challenge them by look of. Obviously, they want to try and keep a deep gap to Babatunde behind, who's 6.8 behind them on the medium tire. I will point out that Alpine should be a lot faster than these guys because tire on lower fuel. Tires should not wear out as much. But Vossi's not really catching Tyler. The gap every lap is coming down by a tenth. So wonder. Obviously, Jacob is still staying within DRS of Vossi. Vossi is just pulling Jacob along. Gap is not really coming down to. See, the Ferrari wants to try and keep within a second, because if they don't keep within a second, Vossi will just pull away from them. Obviously, this Sauber, this lapped car, it's not getting out of the way. Tempo has finally decided to pit. Doesn't get their front wing changed though. It's finally come onto the hot. Like, if you're gonna wait that long to pit, you should have just gone onto the soft tyre. If lunatic. Jacob did pick up DRS. I wonder if they picked up DRS from Potter's, the lapped Potter. Yeah, Potter and Tempo have been pretty much lapped by the leader. So he does have fastest lap of the race, 67. No one seems to run faster. the gap between Potter. It looks like Jacob's dropped out of DRS again. Oh, bit of a wiggle there, so they've lost it. They've lost DRS to Vossi. Oh, that is a shame. That is a real shame. Oh, yellow flags in sector 3. Looks like the Mercedes was wrong way. That is a... Surprisingly, after 18 laps, we still have all 8 drivers still in this race. Obviously, the gap between Tyler and Vossi will went down. I have a look where the 10 seconds would drop Tyler. Would drop him behind Jacob, so they'll still get a podium. That's unless Babatunde slowly closes that gap. They need to get within 10 seconds of Tyler, but I don't think they quite will. So that'll be unfortunate. And look, the gap between Tyler and Vossi has been increased now 2 seconds. As soon as Jacob dropped out of DRS, they've been dropped by Vossi. Obviously, Vossi will be happy. Now he'll try and catch up to Tyler. Obviously, Vossi, there'll be no point for him to overtake. Because like, the 10 seconds will just drop Tyler backwards. This is a shame that all the gaps are just got on so big. Nothing really to commentate. Right, we've got Potters here now been lapped by as I've got nothing to really commentate on until the gap between Tyler and Vossi gets back, and it almost is. Tyler made a mistake then, because that gap, I swear, was 3 seconds and it's now within 1.3. So has Tyler made a mistake somewhere? Oh, Vossi picks up 3 seconds for track limits. Oh, this could be Jacob's chance to shine. So if Jacob could keep within 3 seconds, they'll get could inherit this race win. Obviously, Jacob needs to keep within 3 seconds, otherwise. The Vossi should have DRS next time around on Tyler. So Vossi should be easy to get past Aston Martin unless they make a mistake. And obviously, if you're Jacob, you want Tyler to obviously hold up Vossi as much as possible. Get back within 3 seconds, so you have a chance to win this race. It's just Jacob, Bubba, and D-Spike who have not picked up penalties this race. Obviously, if Tyler didn't pick up the 10 seconds of speed in the pit lane, this race would be pretty much guaranteed to be his. But man was caught speeding in the pit lane again. That's what threw the win away from them last time out in Saudi. So that is unfortunate. Obviously now Vossi's within the second run, about to finish lap 20 of 25. Tyler made another mistake, going very, very wide, and now Vossi is like right on their gearbox. Looks like Vossi is gonna go for the move. No, Vossi's not gonna do it this time around. Obviously, if you're Jacob, you want Tyler to hold up Vossi. Just gonna swap this to find out the gap between Tyler and Sunday, and it's 12.5 seconds. So I think Tyler should easily pick up a podium. But we're going to keep on board with Vossi and Tyler, obviously, because they're going to battle for the win. No, it's not going to matter because Tyler's 10 seconds. Obviously, if they keep fighting and Tyler holds Vossi up, it means Jacob can get back within 3 seconds, and Jacob could inherit in race penalties. So Jacob is hoping Tyler can do an absolute solid one. But don't know, the gap is about 6/10. Again, very, very close. I think Vossi will have him this time around. Tyler's probably definitely burning battery. Covers the inside, so Vossi will have to go on the outside if they want to overtake. Maybe try to get the up and under. Doesn't quite look like it. It looks like they had a little bit of a squirrel. And Vossi just not getting past again. Just started lap 22 of this 25 lap race. And Vossi is right on the back of Tyler. Oh, big squirrel there from Tyler out coming out of that corner. Like, Tyler, you're 3 lap younger tyres. You should not be having a problem. Oh, oh! Vossi was looking for the move on the inside of the chicane. But nope, they fought against it, and there's a little bit of sliding. And this is allowing Jacob to get back within 3 seconds. Obviously, Tyler's trying to save all these ERS he can. He's just probably not got enough to mount a defense. On board with the McLaren rank, so surely the McLaren can get past this time around with ERS assist. Obviously, Jacob is catching back up. Obviously, this time Tyler will lose lead unless they're later on the brakes. Later on the brakes, the McLaren and Tyler keeps the lead of this race. Oh, this is some hard defending from Tyler. Tempo and Potter are fighting. What appears to be over 7th place. And because Vossi and Tyler fighted so much, Jacob's got within 2 seconds, and we only got a couple laps to go. So if Jacob doesn't pick up a 3-second time penalty, this race could be his. And obviously he wants to try and close the gap as much as possible to Vossi, and hoping Tyler does him a solid one. Obviously Vossi's got a lot more battery this time around than Tyler, because Tyler's only got like half battery. Oh, let's turn this on. Yeah, Vossi has 65% battery to Tyler's 50. Tyler a little bit wide, but it will be fast. Should be faster out the corner. A little bit of a wiggle there from Vossi. Will Vossi try to go down the inside this time? Ooh. Still side by side these two are. Will Tyler... Oh no, Tyler made a small mistake there. Oh, this is a very close, intense battle between championship rivals. Now let's turn it onto this now, because we need to keep an eye on that gap between Jacob and Vossi. 2 laps with we're on the penultimate lap. Right, we'll have to see if Tyler... Oh no, Tyler's just making mistake after mistake after mistake now. Oh, this is unfortunate. Right, Jacob needs to try and close up. The gap is 2.7, 2.8. Vossi trying to extend that gap between himself and Jacob so he doesn't lose the race win. Jacob obviously trying his hardest to get within 3 seconds. It doesn't look like it. They've dropped off completely. Dropped out 3 seconds completely. We'll have to see if Tyler will try and get Vossi down into turn 1. We're on the final lap of this race. This is Tyler's last chance to get back into the lead and far back. Now the bigger question is, I hope Jacob has saved a lot of battery for this lap, but they haven't really. Jacob is 3.5 seconds outside the DRS. Right, 3.1 is the gap. 3.2 It doesn't look like Jake get back in. Oh, Tyler's picked up 3 seconds to go on top of their 10 seconds. Oh, that's unfortunate for Tyler. So that possibly could see their podium finish in jeopardy if Babatunde faster. But it does not look like it's going to happen. As we're coming to the final sector of this race, Bossy just coming through the last few corners now. Around the second to last corner. Around the last. Foot to the floor. Up across the line comes Vossi to take their 4th win of the season. It's their 4th in a row. Obviously, Jacob will get 2nd place due to Tyler's 10-second time penalty. Let's see if it does play a factor, all those penalties. Let's see if Babatunde gets 3rd. I don't think it's going to be the case. Oh, they miss out on a podium by 0.8 seconds. Oh, that's unfortunate. So obviously Potter has crossed the line, waiting for Tempo, Swag and Gunner to cross the line. Pretty sure Gunner and Swag are both still on the map. So, but yep, Bossy is now 4 for 4 in race. This man just can't stop dominating races. Gunner has finally crossed the line. Tempo has also crossed the line, and I would just wait for D-Bag to cross the line. And there we are. So your race winner is Vossi. And Vossi also gets driver of the day. I don't know why. Start to a pump Poland. I think it should up on it. So there you have it. Vossi gets the race win. Jacob P2 and Tyler on the last step of the podium, and then Jay in 4th, Gunner 5th, Swag 6th, Tempo and Potter. There you go. That is what I can't speak. So there you have it. That has been the Belgium Grand Prix. Not the Belgium, the Hungarian Grand Prix. Because next week we're off to Belgium. Tier 2 race on sorry, Tier 2. I can't speak. Tier 1 race will be on the Saturday. Tier 2 on Sunday. So we'll see you next week for the Belgium Grand Prix, and I will see you later. Cheerio.